If you're using a Mac, the UI is mostly the same, but how can you make it unique the way you like it? Well, I'll give you some pointers which are easy to do and make your Mac look fresh. Here you can see I have the pointer, and if I take it to the brighter side, it's sometimes difficult to see, or even if I take it to a darker side, I don't necessarily like it as much. But how do you change it? To change it, let's go to settings. To go to settings, you can also go to the Apple logo and click on system settings. In settings, you want to go to accessibility, and here you can see we have an option for display. Click on display and scroll down, and here you can see we have pointer outline color and pointer fill color. So here you can see on the pointer the outline is white and the fill color is black. What if I go ahead and change it? I'll invert it, and there I have changed it. You can basically change it to any color you like, but now the colors have been inverted. So wherever I go, the pointer is easy to locate. If you don't like it, just click on reset colors, or you can, let's say you want some other color, you can do that as well. So I pick green for an outline color. So here you can see outline color is now green, and let's go with something crazy over here. So now it is the outline color is green and the fill color is red. So you can basically customize it to any color you want. You can also have them be the same color. So we are back on desktop, but on the desktop you can get bored while looking at the same wallpaper day in and day out. So you can change the wallpaper. To change the wallpaper, you can just go to an app called Reddit or Threads, and you can find great wallpapers over there. Or Mac also provides you with a lot of options for that. Go to settings, and in settings you want to go to wallpaper, and here you can see we have a lot of wallpapers, different kinds of wallpapers. So we have dynamic wallpapers. So dynamic wallpapers are going to change throughout the day based on the time. So in the night it will actually go to a darker version of that wallpaper, and in the day it will come back to the let's say the lightest version. So you can choose any of these. If you don't want dynamic wallpaper, we have landscapes, cityscapes, underwater, earth, and well, basically you name it and you have it. You can also have it to be on shuffle. So we can go to show all, and here you can see we have show landscape, cityscapes, underwater, and earth. So I'll put it on landscape, and here you can see it has instantaneously changed. So that is great. So now you don't get bored. So now if I go to the Notes app, here you can see everything is yellow. The folder colors are yellow, and here you can see even the text, if I highlight it, is going to be yellow. But you can change this because, well, it gets boring. So let's again go to system settings. Now that you are in settings, go to appearance, and in appearance here you can see we have accent color and highlight color, and your appearance can be light, dark, or auto. So auto, in the night it's going to go dark, in the day it's going to come to a light theme. But here we are going to focus on the accent color. So let's say I want red accents. So here you can see immediately the accent color has changed to red, and I can also change the highlight color. So by default it has gone to red to match with the red, but I can also go to green. And if I go to the notes, here you can see it is now red, and if I highlight something, it's going to turn green. So you have a lot of options to play with. I can also do purple, yellow, gray even if you like it. So, or you can just go to the multicolor one, and in multicolor also you have options to change highlight color. So here you can see I have come to Safari, and the accent colors have come through, right? So this has now turned red, which otherwise would be well, any accent color that you pick. So that is very convenient. It gives you a fresh look, and it makes you not get bored of your computer. Now we are on the dock, and let's say you have a lot of folders. So I'll just go on creating folders, and here you can see I have created multiple folders. But you also have a thing called view options. So if I just right click and then go to show view options, here you can see we have the normal stuff, the icon size, the grid spacing, and everything like that. Here you can see we have grid spacing as well. You can see how it works. But here you have label position. So I can have the label position on the bottom or the right. So if I click right, here you can see the name of the folder has gone to right. I can also say show item info. So I can click on that, and here you can see no items. And in this folder I have 3 items. In this folder I have 2 items. So here you can see it will also give you some idea of what is in the folder. Now let's go to Safari, and in Safari you have a lot of things that come up. What if I don't want any of it? For that, you can go to the edit option over here, and then I can uncheck basically everything. So let's do that. And here you can see, as I go through this, I like it because it gives me a minimalistic look. If I want a few things, I can have recently closed tabs, or let's say my favorites as well. Let's keep favorites because it's easier to get to them. But basically, this is something that you can change. Many people don't know about it. And then we have the toolbar in Safari over here. So if I right click on it, I have an option to customize toolbar. Let's do that. And here you can see I have all these options. But how do you get to them? Well, let's say I want the start page. I can just drag and drop it over here. I can have the home page over here. I can have bookmarks over here. Anything basically that makes sense to you. And if you don't want something, you can just drag and drop it back. And here you can see the start page has disappeared. If you just want a default toolbar, you can also drag the entire toolbar over here and drag and drop it over here. So that has gone back to a default view. And once you're done, you can just click on done, and in this way you can customize your toolbar. So then now let's talk about the dock. So I like my dock to be always available, but some people don't, and this dock size can get very annoying as well. To change the dock size, you can obviously make it larger or smaller, but you can also make it disappear when you don't need it. For that, you can go to settings, and in settings you have desktop and dock, and here you can see we have position on screen. You can have it on the bottom, on the left, or even on the right, whichever one is good enough for you, whichever one works for you. So I'll place it on the bottom. You can also have the windows minimizing and maximizing. So we have, let's just go to scale effect, and now if I minimize an application, it's going to change the animation. If I go to a genie effect, and here you can see it is going to again change the animation, which is great. You can have it to basically any one of those options. But there's also an application that is always going to preside on dock whether you like it or not, which is going to be your Finder. If I go to Finder, here you can see on the bottom, here you can see I actually have the path bar, but you can also go to view, and in view you can also have status bar. So status bar is going to give you how much storage is available and how many items are in there. So if I go to desktop, here you can see I have 2 items and 97 GB is available on my Mac. But these can be very useful, or you can just go and search, or you just have to go through every folder to find something that you need. Then another thing that can really help you is hot corners. Hot corners, actually I'll go to settings, set it up and show you. So let's go to settings. In settings we have desktop and dock. Scroll down to the bottom, and on the right side we have hot corners. So click on that, and here you can see we have 4 corners. So what happens? So I'll try first configuring the right bottom corner. So I'll say I want launchpad. So if I just move my cursor to the bottom right, it will go automatically to the launchpad. But this can get annoying because in case you do it accidentally all the time, it's going to be very irritating. So you can also again go to the menu settings. You can press and hold option, and then you can click on launchpad. So I can, if I click on done or just go here, it's not going to go. But if I hold down option and then go at the bottom right, so it's again going to show me the launchpad. This also works with control, option and command. So I can press all 3 of those and then go to a specific setting, or I can just let's say I want notification center, I want quick note, everything like that. And here you can see I have notification center. I can go here and make a quick note. So this can be very helpful depending on how you use your Mac, and this is very customizable as well. Then another very useful thing is this. This is your control center. So here we also like a few icons, some we don't like. Some can be very distracting, right? So let's say Wi-Fi is something I need all the time, but this thing over here, which is going to be a media, I don't really need. But how do you move this around? How do I add new icons? For that, you can go to settings, and in settings we have control center. So click on that, and here you can see we have Wi-Fi. So let's say I don't want Wi-Fi. I can just say don't show in menu bar, and it's going to disappear. Similarly, it can happen with Bluetooth. If I want Bluetooth to show up, here you can have it in the control center. If not, you can just do that. So these are all the things. So as I said, I don't want now playing, so I'll just go don't show in menu bar, and here you can see it has gone away. So this can be very important from your productivity standpoint, and obviously you can have some things moved around so that you have a fresh look, something's new, so it keeps you liking your Mac. Then we have widgets. But how do you access widgets? Here you can see I've already put one widget on the desktop, which is going to be calendar because it is useful for me. But to go to widgets, I can just click over here, and here you can see all the widgets have come up. I can also click on edit widgets on the bottom, and here you can see all the widgets are going to come up. You can also go application by application. So I have battery. So if I want to add it, I can just click on plus, and here you can see it's going to come. If I don't want it, just click on minus and it's going to disappear. And here you can see I have the clock, but I don't really need 4 countries time. I'll just click on minus and it's disappeared. But if I want something, let's say I want notes, and in notes I want the folder, I'll just click on plus, and here you can see the notes has come up. So you don't necessarily have to go and click on the app. This is also helpful to get right to a specific note if you want, but for me this is actually very helpful because I have to open the app every time. But if I want a widget on the desktop, I can just drag and drop it on the desktop anywhere I like, and here you can see I have added the clock app. So this can be very useful for me. This can create a new aesthetic for me, which again is going to give you a great look. Then you can also customize keyboard shortcuts. For that, go to settings. In settings, you want to go to keyboard, and in keyboard we have keyboard shortcuts. So go there, and here you can see we have launchpad and dock on the first one. So if I press option command D, let's do that. Here you can see the dock hiding is going to turn on and off. So if I just go at the bottom of the screen, it's going to come up. If I let go, it's just going to go away. So some people like it, some people don't, but there is a keyboard shortcut for it, which is very convenient. For display, we have a few things like decrease brightness, increase brightness, which is set to F14 and F15. If I go to keyboard over here, so we have control F7, F4, we have multiple options over here. We can also restore defaults from the bottom. Same for screenshots. So screenshots, as you know, I have already made a keyboard shortcuts video. You can go and look it up. Actually, I've also made a finder video, so that could also prove helpful for you if you want to customize it. But this is basically anything you want, you can change in keyboard shortcuts, so which is very useful. So yeah guys, those were 10 ways to customize your Mac. Do you think I could have put any other point? Please let me know that in the comment as well. Do like, share and subscribe.